Hi, so I came across this actually as I was looking for something else, as so often happens, and I thought it was so awesome I kind of had to share it with you. Now, it's really easy to make. It only takes a few ingredients. You need some sulfur, some potassium permanganate and some silicon sealant. If you mix all those together, what you get is a fuse. It's a cord fuse, but it takes ages to dry. So we're going to add some cornstarch. Because remember, cornstarch is how you make that imitation Sugru. So if you mix the silicon sealant with the cornstarch, you'll get Sugru. If we mix these things together, what we should get is a cord that sets, but will be great for as a fuse. Now this can get a bit gluey, so a great solvent for that is xylene. So you can use xylene to thin things out if it all gets a bit glued. Now what you need is 5 parts of potassium permanganate, 1 part of sulfur, 1 part of silicon, and that's by weight. Okay, so I ended up just kneading it by hand actually. It's a bit like breadcrumb mix, and you squeeze it together, it forms a solid lump. Now you're supposed to leave it for 24 hours for it to turn, but silicon, remember, cures by the addition of water. So Sugru works that way. If we add cornstarch, it takes enough water in it to actually cure the silicon very quickly. So I've got half a tablespoon of cornstarch there, and I'm going to knead the cornstarch into it to turn that silicon even quicker. Okay, that's it all kneaded together, flattened out. We'll give that a couple of hours for the Sugru to set, and there we have our fuse. Okay, so we gave that about half an hour and it turned into this rubber, which is really kind of cool actually. It actually works really well. I'm going to light a little bit just to see how it works, so we can cut this section off. And that's our fuse section. And there we go, it works as a fuse. So that'll burn down with quite a high temperature and quite slowly, and what we're going to do once that's gone is cut a section of this and do a thermite reaction with it. This thermite is obviously a bit of a pain to get going. This one, beautiful. So there's my mound of thermite with just iron oxide and aluminium powder laid in a little pyramid on top of the fuse. Notice I've got it on a couple of heavy duty ceramic tiles here to take that heat. So all we have to do now is light it and stand well back.
There you go. Okay, yeah, it does burn slow, wow.
Well, it needs to, something like this. If it goes, it'll go crazy.
And we're off. How hot is that burner? 2,000 degrees.
There you go.
Yep.
Careful watching it directly to me.
Okay.
There's lines between it.
Okay, yeah, you weren't joking about smoke.
Thermite's always impressive. There you go. That's it.
That was beautiful. It genuinely was beautiful.
Okay, so there we go. A thermite reaction. Obviously thermites are always impressive, if somewhat smoky. That will stay hot for a very long time because basically what you can see in that bowl is in fact molten iron. So we'll leave that to cool down a little bit. So there we go, it's had a little bit of time to cool, and I've got a magnet here. I'm still holding it with a pair of grips because that is still hot. It'll stay hot for ages. And what you can see is it picks up the material. So it was a non-magnetic material that went in there, and we now have a magnetic material coming out. You can actually see the little needles of iron, in fact, on the surface. Okay, anyway. There might be a magnetic iron oxide, but it probably isn't. It's actually reduced it right back to iron, which is very cool. And thermite reactions are like that, because this wasn't about the thermite reaction. This was about this fuse. So this fuse actually works really, really well, and it's nice and pliable. You can cut pieces off, and you can use that to do things like start the thermite reaction. Anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought I would share it with you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.